Welcome to the Lord of the Coins. If you guys enjoy this content, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell as it helps out my channel a lot. Thank you very much. So before we get started with Bitcoin, I wanted to go over some of the major indices and the overall health of the market, as it's pretty pertinent to the performance of Bitcoin. So I'm going to start with the SPY here. So SPY has just been setting lower lows and lower highs throughout this bear market. And we've just been getting rejected off of the 200-day moving average, which is this red line right here. So I'm gonna get rid of this, and we've been able to hold support on the 50-day moving average, which is this thinner blue line. But the yearly VWAP is definitely in the way. So even if we cleared the 200-day moving average, the yearly VWAP poses another large resistance on top of this key level right here. I did draw out some of these zones of demand, or zones of supply right here. I think it was my last Bitcoin video that I said that we might see a reversal right here. So it kind of does seem like we are seeing that, although we could possibly move up a little bit more. If we go to the RSI here, the RSI definitely has room to move up a bit. Same with this other oscillator that I use. So we definitely could see a little bit more of a push up here and possibly see another rejection off the 200-day moving average. I still am pretty bearish on the market, and I don't think, even if we can break this, that we'll hold it. So let's see. So even if just say in the case that we do not hold it and we do go down, the levels that I am looking at for SPY is around the $300 mark. Not only is it a good psychological level, but there is a zone of demand in this area. On top of that, we'd be clearing three or four relatively equal lows right here. So it'll be a lot of liquidity getting swept. So even if we don't see a bull market run from here, we can maybe see a bear market rally around this price level on the SPY. Something to note as well is that we do have divergence on the volume. So as price is going up, you can see that volume is relatively going down here. So usually when this happens, you will see price kind of follow volume, and then we definitely will see this drop. So that is something to keep in the back of your mind as well. So we're also going to go over the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ has been performing pretty well here. NASDAQ has been able to find support in the 200-day moving average, and the 50-day moving average has been curling up, which is a very, very good sign. The only thing is we are in this zone of demand. We did clear a lot of these buy-side liquidity, so it's hard to say, but definitely this could see a little bit of reversal right here. If anything, we could maybe see a pullback at this moment. That would also go in line with the SPY coming back down as well. Nothing to really note on the volume, but if we do go to the RSI is relatively exhausted on the daily, although we could see a little bit more movement up here as well. So in terms of the NASDAQ, we also have been holding the yearly VWAP. So this is looking relatively bullish. So, you know, as the 200-day moving average and the yearly VWAP come up, and possibly the 50-day moving average, you know, we can definitely see some sort of support right here. If this breaks, that'd probably be really bad. We'd probably form another death cross here with the 50-day and the 200-day, or the 200-day and the 50-day. So that'd definitely be something to watch out for. But at this very moment, NASDAQ has been performing pretty well. The last thing that I did want to go over is the Russell 2K, just kind of the micro caps, as you know, this is relatively pertinent information as well. So the Russell 2K has just been kind of following the SPY. You know, we've been getting rejected off the 200-day moving average. Seems like the 50-day is starting to curl down as well. We're getting rejected off of the yearly VWAP. So it looks like Russell 2K is on its way down as well. On top of that, we also do have the divergence in volume here as well. So as price is going up, we are seeing volume kind of moving down. So this is the type of leading analysis that really helps you not predict the market, but gives you the best probabilities to set yourself up for the correct trades. At this moment, I would hedge against going long and look more towards short trades at the moment until we have confirmation. You know, if SPY does end up breaking through and we can hold this as support, this is the moment that I will start considering longs in the market. So that'd be great if you could do that. But at this very moment, I still am pretty bearish. So just to recap, just pretty bearish on the market. We are seeing some divergence in the volume. Nasdaq is doing okay, but overall the SPY and the Russell 2K are kind of showing, just kind of hinting at downwards movement here soon. So I would just be careful going long too early. So we'll go to Bitcoin here, and you know, we did have this recent drop to 15.5, or like 15.4-ish, yeah, 15.5, and then we had a new low today. So yeah, we did sweep the liquidity on this low, but if you do take the, let's take the FRVP here throughout this range. I'm actually going to start the FRVP right here, actually right here. So we are in the value area low. So whenever you're trading ranges, you have the discount zone and the premium zone, which is the premium zone, which is the top half, and discount zone, which is the bottom half. And usually whenever you're in the discount zone, it's a pretty good time to buy, and whenever you're in the premium zone, it's a pretty good time to sell. And just at the moment, we are in a discount zone, and the POC of the range is, you know, is still way up here. So usually price is attracted back into the POC. If you are a trader who likes to trade a lot of like trend lines, we did break out of this trend line right here that we've been kind of finding support in for the last week or so, seems like 2 weeks. So yeah, I don't really trade trend lines much, but they just help me visualize where liquidity is. So seems like at this moment we did clear everything down here, so the chance that we move further down is actually, you know, it's a lot lower than moving back up. So in terms of the short term on Bitcoin, we are ranging, so we could maybe see another down move here, but we can expect our targets to be around 17.5 here. And if we actually can claim 17.6 and we do find support here, this would be my trigger to take long trades again. But at this moment, I'm going to be trading this as a range because that is just what it is at the moment. And if you're pretty lost on the price action, I do have a course on just identifying and understanding how to navigate all types of price action. And the moment that I identified this was a range, you know, I've just been trading this as a range. Every time it's in the discount zone, I'm buying. Every time it's in the premium zone, I'm selling and going short. So, and I will pretty much continue to do this until it breaks out of the range. So, in terms of Bitcoin, I still am bearish. If we do possibly see downwards movement here, we do break out and we cannot hold this 15.5-ish level, 14K is the next level that I'm looking at. So let me actually go onto the daily here. We'll kind of zoom out and take a look at Bitcoin on a macro scale. So if Bitcoin falls, I did take out or mark out this zone of demand right here. This is a fairly likely area that Bitcoin will find a bounce. If not, we're going down to 10K here in this zone of demand. Let me mark it out for you guys. Just kind of generally marked. It's around this area. You know, 10 to 9K. So these would be levels that I'd be looking at. I can even check the VRVP. So let me actually go to the weekly here. We check the VRVP. Oh, why is it like this? So if you check the VRVP here, yeah, this whole zone right here is lacking volume. So let me mark that out. This zone right here, there's a lack of volume. So if we do not catch on this 14K node, it's all the way down to around, seems around 9K is where the real support is. So something you can do to really catch where price is gonna fall. I ended up looking at this earlier, I guess. Is the POC of this range right here. So you want to take the POC of this range, and that'll be a really good catching point to set some limit orders. You know, a lot of people will probably be setting it around 10K, but you can definitely see a wick down to around 9.2, 9.3. So definitely setting some limit orders here might be a good idea, as if price ever drops below 10K, you probably won't be there too long. You'll probably see a pretty big wake up. So let me actually mark that out here as well. I'm gonna get rid of that level, as I think this level is a lot more likely than this level right here. Not that I'm saying that it's not likely, but I think this is a lot more likely, as there's more sell side liquidity right here to be taken as well. So I'm gonna mark this out. I'm gonna go back to the daily. So in terms of Bitcoin, I am looking bearish, but we do have possibility of seeing a little bit of up move in the short term. But definitely set your alerts. I'm gonna set alert right now to around here and around 12K. So yeah, just don't get too lost in the chop if you guys are trying to trade this. Price action is, even though it seems kind of random, it's really not too random. You know, we're just dropping and trading ranges. I'm gonna go to the 4 hour just kind of show you guys what I mean. You know, learning how to trade ranges right now is probably the most lucrative thing you can do. As you can see, we just drop range. So, you know, you don't trade this unless you can try to time the drop, which is kind of risky. And I wouldn't try to time these wicks either. But just trade these as, you know, as ranges. You know, buy when it's on the bottom of the range, sell when it's on the top. We drop, we range, we trade the range. We drop, we range, we trade the range. You know, it's kind of rinse and repeat. I think if you guys can learn how to trade ranges really well right now, especially throughout this rest of this bear market, you guys are gonna come out of this bear market with a lot more money. So definitely, yeah, just trade Bitcoin like what it is. It's just ranging right now, and the key levels to look out for at the moment are 16.2 and then 16.4. Mark that out. So I'm gonna mark these levels out right here. I'm gonna go back to the 1 hour so we can see the charts a little clearer. So my macro outlook is bearish, mainly because of the economy. I think a lot of the indices are looking bearish at the moment, even though, you know, they are going up and technically looking bullish. But I see bearishness coming soon, even if it's just a minor pullback. So, you know, a minor pullback in the indices might mean a larger drop in Bitcoin. So definitely keep that in mind. So that's my macro outlook. For my micro, kind of short-term outlook, I'm looking to just trade this range. 16.2 is a very key level. If we can grab that, we're probably going to consolidate between 16.2 and 16.4. And then if we can hold 16.4, 17.5 to 17.6. You know, just the previous drop. Where was that? You know, the previous bottom of our range here. That's going to be our next point of resistance. So let me kind of zoom this out for you guys. So yeah, just to recap the short term, 16.2, we might find rejection there. If we do, that's going to be probably like a smaller range that we might range in. If we can hold 16.2 and consolidate within 16.4, that, and depending on the amount of accumulation, we're going to see a move up. And then our next point of rejection would be 17.6. And you know, if we're thinking a little bullish, if we can hold 17.6, pushing past this 21.5k level is going to be what we're looking at here. But do note something important. We are in a macro range. So I know we dropped into this new range. We go to a larger time frame here. Instead of just thinking like, oh, if we go here and break 16 points or 17.6, we're just gonna go up to the moon. It's not that, but rather think of it as we're just back in the previous range. So the range top was around here. So if we ever break above 17.6, trade this as we held the bottom of the old range and now we're just ranging again. That is the most logical way to think about this. And you know, instead of getting caught maybe FOMOing in too late, you know, you see this pump, you like trying to want to buy here, you know, you're just gonna get shorted here. So yeah, so make sure not to FOMO and just identify price action. Just look at it for what it is. So this is just a range, another range. If we move up, we're just in the previous range, and that's pretty much about it. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, you know, make sure to drop a like and a subscribe, and drop a comment down below if you guys have any questions. I'm just trying to bring you guys, you know, the most realistic analysis of the markets and Bitcoin. And yeah, if you guys enjoy this, just let me know. And if you guys have any questions, you guys can always join my Discord, as you know, I'm available there, you know, pretty much all the time. And I have Discord on my phone as well, so I can pretty much answer your guys' questions, you know, throughout the day. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.